Well, hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Life is Tiff Knows It. Tiff here, bringing you a shop with me slash let's look at Hobby Lobby's yarn selection. So I started with this giant yarn. They had a whole end cap display of different style blanket yarn that was huge. Look at that. It's not even fitting in where it goes. They had a lot of varieties of this really giant yarn that was on display. Man, it is such a cool day today when I am filming this voiceover that making a blanket out of that yarn sounds really good, even though I don't like the velvety yarn material as much. So then I kind of shifted over to other types of yarn that they had here. This is Big Idea yarn. Obviously, these are huge skeins of yarn that they had on display. Lots of different color varieties, really good value. And then I'm looking over here at, looks like it is this baby style yarn that has all kinds of different shades. I absolutely love variegated yarn. And so seeing this, it was just making me so happy. I love the purple towards the bottom there. And then all kinds of vibrant colors. This looks like a thicker yarn for sure that I was looking at. There has been a little bit of time since I filmed this and I'm doing the voiceover, so I'm trying to just kind of remember a bit here. We're looking more at this baby style yarn as well. Oh, look at these pinks. I love the colors. It reminds me of spring. I really love that mint green and that like almost periwinkle blue. And then we get into more yellows up here, more pinks, and on the top is a lot of that giant, very thick yarn. Then we get into less of your baby yarn. I guess there's still a baby that's featured there, but on the actual skein of yarn itself, it looks like it's a scarf. I believe this is Yarn Bee brand. And there's so many colors. I love those colors on the bottom. Yes, definitely Yarn Bee. I believe it retails at $6.99. This is the Simply Flawless type of yarn. And then we're starting to get into this. I love this yarn brand, which I know is very popular. Still seeing some of the Yarn Bee as well. I don't know exactly how they sort their yarn. A little bit is out of order here. We're getting into more Yarn Bee as well. Oh my goodness, these vibrant colors. Now this was their very soft, this is Soft Secret Yarn Bee. And I used this recently in, it made 4 hats with 2 skeins. Absolutely loved it. And the people who received the hats really enjoyed the hats as well. So very soft yarn for sure. Has a little bit of a slickness to it. And this retailed at $5.99. At this time, there was not a 30% off yarn coupon, but that's the one that I see, or not coupon, but sale. I do see that frequently when I am in a Hobby Lobby. I'm currently not purchasing any yarn because I have so much, but I definitely tempt myself when I see all of these really, really pretty yarns. I believe this is where we're getting into the Yarn Bee cotton yarn. Oh, no, now we have more soft and sleek, but those little skeins up there, I believe, were cotton yarn. So soft and sleek, I think, is a soft brand, but doesn't have that slickness to it. Then we got this variegated yarn here, which is more Yarn Bee as well. Still soft and sleek with all kinds of different color options. It's making me want to knit so badly right now. It is so cold where I'm at. Oh, look at that mustard yellow. It's making me excited for all the seasons. Then we're getting into this cake style yarn with Yarn Bee that has different variations of yarn that is just gorgeous. On the end cap here, we're doing more of this. Oh, nope, this is Scrubology yarn, which is scratchy on purpose to make scratchy scrubbers. You can make so many different varieties. So I used to make those. That would be a fun project to do yet again. Now we're getting into I love this yarn. And holy moly, there was so much of this brand of yarn. So much different styles of white yarn, getting into off-white, metallic, black and black. Got some holiday yarn. I absolutely love the variety that they have of I Love This Yarn. I was so tempted to buy some. These also, I believe, are $5.99. And you do get a lot of yarn for, there's a lot of yarn in each skein. I know that this yarn's made in Turkey. Just a random fact that I remember learning from someone else that I'm just making, just saying what I know about it. Look at all of these varieties. One thing I love about I Love This Yarn is all the varieties. When you have a project where you're doing all kinds of things with different styles of yarn, it's super helpful to have the same brand because you know exactly what you're getting out of that yarn and the project does not look different if you're using different brands. I recently combined different brands of yarn in a hat and it looked noticeable. So this is definitely a brand that you could mix and match so many different yarns with and make beautiful, beautiful projects. What else do we have here? Just some more of this. I Love This Yarn. Getting into the blues here. Different variegated yarns. Oh, I love those purples. Purple, I've been just really craving lately. My stash is low on purple, so maybe that's why I'm like, oh, I could justify buying more. Especially that variegated purple, so pretty. Reminds me of spring and Easter. Here we're getting into more fall colors, more of those earthy tones, which I do enjoy as well. Some cake yarn, some more of that with different varieties. That I don't know. I don't know enough about cake yarn other than I think it's really pretty. We're getting into more thicker yarn with more yarn bee at this point in time. I believe up until this point we've seen a mostly acrylic type of yarn. I know I Love This Yarn is mostly acrylic or is all acrylic. And then we got more yarn bee. Oh my goodness. So much yarn at Hobby Lobby. I have not really noticed the yarn at Hobby Lobby recently, and I was surprised by just the sheer amount. Here's more of that giant blanket yarn, jumbo yarn as they call it. Whew. My gosh, it is taking over everywhere. And then I believe they had one more full row of yarn. Can you believe that? Like, so much. Now, this is what I'd consider to be premium yarn. It's going to be blended yarn. I would imagine there's like some wool in this. Let's see. Authentic hand dyed. So this is going to be very much your more higher price quality yarn that we are venturing upon here. This is also definitely thicker yarn that we're seeing. That's still Yarn Bee brand. They weren't as stocked with some of this. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Look at all of these different varieties. I think it would be really hard to pick. Like, I don't know if I were actually going into Hobby Lobby to buy yarn, it'd be hard to just pick one. For sure. I guess it depends on the project you're doing too. This looks like a little bit, probably still an acrylic, different brand. Or I saw that there was a different brand kind of there. Maybe it was just out of order where it wasn't supposed to be. So many options. Definitely soft yarn. Another Yarn Bee variety pack. Cannot believe how much there is, as I've already said. Well, and here we're getting into more kind of funky kind of yarns for sure. More of that velvety style yarn that's not as thick as the jumbo yarn. So cool. You can see, I think they pulled some of this yarn to put it on the end cap. So there's lots of blank spaces here as well. So as we're kind of winding down this video, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I am going to probably be doing more yarn shop with me's throughout the year. So thank you for joining me in this video. If you haven't already done so, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you like this type of video, and I'm happy to make more of them. I'd love to do one at Joann's. Haven't filmed that yet, but I'm up to it if you'd like me to. Thanks so much. See you later. Bye.